Namaste dear students. In the last few classes we were discussing about measures of dispersion, right? So measures of dispersion, first one range, then quartile deviation, then mean deviation, then standard deviation, isn't it? Among the four we considered the last one standard deviation. So compared to all the previous three measures of dispersions, standard deviation is considered to be the best measure of dispersion. Why? So do you remember? Just remember how we calculated the standard deviation. Standard deviation takes into consideration all the observations, isn't it? Here we are taking deviations from arithmetic mean, deviations of each values from arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is considered to be the best measure of central tendency, isn't it? So first one, it is based on all the observations and it is measured from arithmetic mean or deviations we are computing from arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is considered to be the best measure of measures of central tendency. Then it can be capable for further mathematical treatment, isn't it? So for further mathematical treatment like coefficient of variation, for comparing the variability of two or more series we use coefficient of variation. For calculating coefficient of variation, the standard deviation is the must one. So it is capable of further mathematical treatment and it almost satisfies all the properties to be satisfied by a good measure of dispersion. But some demerits are there. First one, it is difficult to compute, isn't it? It is a lengthier process. So for computing standard deviation, so many columns are required, that and all are there. So it is a bit difficult to compute and it is a lengthier process. Then second one means it is it is much affected by abnormal extreme values. If open-end classes are given means we can't compute standard deviation. So we were discussing about standard deviation. Standard deviation is over. The relative measure of standard deviation is coefficient of variation. So coefficient of variation means, see, coefficient of variation is CV equal to sigma divided by x bar into 100. We will go to the problems later. Before that, we will go to combined standard deviation problems. So you know how to do combined arithmetic mean, right now. So similarly here combined standard deviation. So combined standard deviation, we saw the in properties we saw the formulae sigma equal to square root of n1 into sigma 1 square plus d1 square plus n2 into sigma 2 square plus d2 square divided by n1 plus n2 we saw, isn't it? That is combined standard deviation formula. To compute combined standard deviation, first we have to compute combined arithmetic mean. After that we have to do. Okay, correct na? So we will do some problems of combined standard deviation today. See, here I wrote one problem. See, just go through the problem. An analysis of the daily wages paid to workers in two firms 1 and 2 gives the following results. Two firms are there, firm 1 and firm 2. Here they named it as firm A and firm B. So firm A, firm B, what and all given? Number of wage earners. Number of wage earners means how many employees are there in firm A, how many employees are there in firm B. Then similarly average daily wage. Average daily wage in firm A is rupees 52, in firm B is rupees 47. And standard deviation. Standard deviation of firm A is rupees 10. Standard deviation of firm B is rupees 11. Find or calculate the combined standard deviation. So combined standard deviation we have to compute. First remember the formula and first check what and all given in the problem. So firm A and firm B. How many firms are there? Two firms are there, firm A and firm B. Then compute what and all given. Number of wage earners. Number of wage earners means what? Number of employees. Number of employees in firm A is this much, that is N1. N1 denote number of employees in the first firm or number of workers in the first firm. This is N2. N2 means number of observations in the second series. Similarly, average daily wage. Average daily wage. Average daily wage means what? Yes, it is mean daily wage, or average daily wage means arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean of first firm. This is arithmetic mean of second firm. Third, standard deviation is given. Standard deviation of first firm, standard deviation of second firm. So, for the time being, standard deviation of first firm is sigma 1. Sigma means standard deviation. Since it is first series adinda sigma 1 anta madudu, this firm B is sigma 2. So, we have to compute combined standard deviation. So, first we will write what and all given. Okay. So, solution I will write here. Solution given. So, first you have to write what and all given. So, it is number of wage earners means a number of observations in first series. It is N1. N1 equal to 580. This is N2. Firm B, number of employees. It is N2. N2 equal to 640. Then average daily wage. Average daily wage means it is X1 bar. First one, so it is I am taking it as a X1 bar. X1 bar equal to 52 and X2 bar equal to 47. Clear na? So, no need to write the units and all here. We will write in the standard deviation, we will do the combined standard deviation, we can write the units. Standard deviation of first firm. Standard deviation of first firm is sigma 1. Sigma 1 equal to 10 and this is sigma 2. Sigma 2 equal to 11. Clear na? Yes. Sigma 1 10, sigma 2 equal to 11. So, for identification I wrote it as 1 and 2. Then what we have to do first, just remember the formula of combined standard deviation. For the time being I am writing the formula. Sigma equal to combined standard deviation formula is square root of N1 into sigma 1 square plus D1 square plus N2 into sigma 2 square plus D2 square divided by N1 plus N2. This is the combined standard deviation formula. This is combined standard deviation formula where D1 equal to everything all given here. Sigma 1 square, sigma 1 we know, sigma 1 square we can find. N1 we know, it is given there. N2 also we know. So, everything we know, but we don't know what is D1 and D1 square, isn't it? D1 equal to X1 bar minus XC bar, where X1 bar is the arithmetic mean of first series and XC bar is the combined arithmetic mean. So, for finding D1 and D2, similarly D2 means X2 bar minus XC bar. So, for finding D1 and D2, first we have to compute combined arithmetic mean. So, for the time being you just remember this much. So, I will write here. I hope this much clear to you. I will rub this. Okay, we will do here. So, first what we have to do? We have to compute combined arithmetic mean. So, what is the formula to compute combined arithmetic mean? XC bar equal to N1 into X1 bar plus N2 into X2 bar divided by N1 plus N2. This is a N1 X1 bar plus N2 X2 bar divided by N1 plus N2. So, just substitute the values which and all given here. So, N1 equal to 580 into X1 bar 52 plus N2 is 640 into X2 bar 47 divided by N1 plus N2, 580 plus 640. Clear na? So however, you know how to find combined arithmetic mean. Same formula, what and all, everything given here. So just substitute the values and so answer here is actually 49.37. This answer is 49.37. You have to do in the calculator. 580 into 52 you will get one quantity, plus this one into this one you will get one quantity here, then this one plus this one you will get one value here, then simplify. So you will get the answer as 49.37. That much actually rupees, average daily wage, this one, that much rupees. That is the combined standard deviation. After that what we have to find? D1 and D2 we have to find. So first find D1. D1 equal to x1 bar minus xc bar. This is xc bar. x1 bar is 52 minus 49.37. You will get one answer here. Correct na? Its square is required. D1 square is required to compute combined standard deviation. So D1 square is required. D1 square answer is 6.9169. 6.9169. Clear na? D1 means x1 bar minus xc bar. You will get one value. D1 square is required. Just find the square of that quantity. So answer is this much. After that find D2. D2 equal to x2 bar minus xc bar. x2 bar is x2 bar how much? 47 minus xc bar. xc bar again 49.37. You will get some negative here, but we have to find D2 square. So on squaring we will get however it is positive. So 47 minus 49.37, you will get one value. Its square is 5.6169. Clear na? Hope this much clear to you. So first we have to, what we have to find for computing combined standard deviation. For computing combined standard deviation, first we have to compute combined arithmetic mean. This is combined arithmetic mean. After that we have to find D1 and D2. Just remember the formula. D1 equal to x1 bar minus xc bar. Then its square. D2 is x2 bar minus xc bar. Then its square, that is D2 square. After that we have to find this much. After that just compute the values. Write the formula first. I wrote the formula here. Sigma equal to square root of, this is combined standard deviation, sigma c. I can write sigma combined. So combined standard deviation formula is this one. Just substitute the values. N1 580 into sigma 1 square. See, sigma 1 given here, standard deviation is given. Sigma 1 square we have to find, 10 square. 10 square is 100 plus D1 square. D1 square I wrote there 6.9169 plus N2. N2 how much? 640 into sigma 2 square. Sigma 2 square is 11 11s are 121 plus sigma D2 square. D2 square 5.6169. 5.6169 divided by N1 plus N2. N1 is 580 plus N2 is 640. Okay, you can do in a not in a single step, at least 2 steps are required. First what we have to do, 100 plus 6.9169, you will get one quantity into 580, you will get one number here, you have to write here, plus after that what you have to do, 121 plus 5.6169, you will get one number into 640, you will get one number here, divided by this one plus this one. Okay. So here we will get 3 quantities. This one plus this one you have to do first, divided by this one. See, final answer I will write 10.8282. So you can do this one and all. I didn't do, I did directly only because you can do same in the calculator. Using calculator you can do. So hope this much clear. So for just remember, for computing combined standard deviation, here we can't say about daily wages, so we can write it as rupees. So rupees that much combined standard deviation. So just remember, to compute combined standard deviation, first we have to compute combined arithmetic mean. After that we have to do we have to find D1 and D2. After that D1 and D2 the whole D1 square and D2 square. Next apply the formula. Okay, we will do one more problem so that it will be more clear to you. Okay, one more problem we will do. So in every problem, in some problems, instead of sigma 1 and sigma 2, sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square may be given. At that time it will be much easier. That is the only thing. ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ವೇರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Instead of standard deviation, if they gave as variance means you have to just remember, no need to compute square again, it is square itself. So standard deviation square is our variance. So we will do one more problem. The means of, second problem, the means of two samples, the means of two samples of sizes 50 and 100 are 54.1 and 50.3 respectively, and standard deviations are 8 and 7. Obtain combined standard deviation. Obtain combined standard deviation. Okay. So just first you see what and all given. So just go through the problem first. The means of two samples given, sample 1 and sample 2, of sizes. First sample size is how much? 50. Second sample size is 100. R which one given? Means given. So mean means arithmetic mean. X1 bar given, X2 bar given. Similarly standard deviation 8 and 7. Sigma 1 and sigma 2. So first write what and all given there. Solution given. First samples of sizes n1 equal to 50. You can write, if you want sample 1, sample 2 like that, you can write. Sample 1, this is sample 2. Sample 1, sample 2. Correct na? This is n1 equal to 50, n2 equal to 100. X1 bar means given, so X1 bar equal to 54.1, X2 bar equal to 50.3. Next standard deviations. Here also standard deviation given, not the variance. So standard deviation means sigma 1 and sigma 2. First standard deviation sigma 1, second one sigma 2. Sigma 1 equal to 8 and sigma 2 equal to 7. Hope this much clear to you. Okay. So what and all given? N1 50, N2 100, X1 bar 54.1, X2 bar 50.3, then sigma 1 8, sigma 2 7. So however, from the previous problem we know that how to compute combined standard deviation. For computing combined standard deviation, first we have to compute combined arithmetic mean. Correct na? So combined arithmetic mean we will see xc bar equal to n1 into x1 bar plus n2 into x2 bar divided by n1 plus n2. So n1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar divided by n1 plus n2. So just substitute the values. N1 50 into x1 bar 54.1 plus n2 is 100 into x2 bar 50.3 divided by n1 plus n2 50 plus 100. Correct na? Just substitute the values and find the answer. Answer is 51.57. This is combined arithmetic mean. Combined arithmetic mean just write the formula and substitute the values. We will get combined standard deviation. Arithmetic mean is 51.57. So next go to which one? D1 and D2. After that we will do directly. D1 equal to x1 bar minus xc bar. x1 bar means arithmetic mean of first sample. Arithmetic mean of first sample is 54.1 minus 51.57. You will get some negative here, 2 point, not negative, it is 2.53, 54 point, so it is 2.53. Then D1 square we have to find. I will write there x2 bar minus xc bar. x2 bar is x2 bar how much? Yes, x2 bar is this one, 50.3. 50.3 minus xc bar doesn't change, it is 51.57. 50.3 minus 51.57, answer minus 1.27. Minus 1.27. Okay. Next we have to find D1 square and D2 square. So D1 square how much? D1 square idra square. This one 2.53 square. D1 square is 6.4009 and D2 square is this square minus 1.27 square 1.6129. Okay, D1 square and D2 square over. So we found what and all required for finding combined standard deviation. Next write the formula and apply substitute the values. So combined standard deviation formula. What is combined standard deviation formula? Yes, it is sigma equal to square root of n1 into sigma 1 square plus d1 square plus n2 into sigma 2 square plus d2 square divided by n1 plus n2. So I will rub this and all. So hope this much clear to you. Okay, I will write combined standard deviation. Combined standard deviation sigma c equal to square root of standard deviation. If they ask variance means combined variance means what you have to do, it's a square. So combined standard deviation square root is there, n1 into sigma 1 square plus d1 square plus n2 into sigma 2 square plus d2 square divided by n1 plus n2 equal to square root of n1. n1 how much? So everything I have to see here only. n1 is 50, isn't it? 50 into sigma 1 square. Sigma 1 given there. Sigma 1 square is 8 square, 64. d1 square I wrote there 6.4009 plus correct na, n2 is 100 into sigma 2 square. Sigma 2 square how much? Sigma 2 square 7 sevens are 49 plus sigma 2 square plus d2 square 1.6129 divided by n1 plus n2. Clear na? So just substitute the values, nothing is there. So just what and all we found, first write the formula, then substitute the values. So first what you have to do, 64 plus 6.4009, you will get one quantity into 50. You have to write here. So answer I will write, if you want, 50 into this much is 6720.045 plus. After that, what you have to do, 49 plus 1.6129, you will get one answer into 100. You have to do this one plus this one, you will get one value into 100. Answer is 5061.29 divided by 50 plus 100, that is 150. So this one plus this one, you will get one answer divided by 150. Its square root. Remember to take the square root. So you will get one answer. This answer's square root. Answer is 8.8624. So about what? The data is about what? It is not given. So no need to go to no need to write the formula. So what? So these are a combined standard deviation formula. Just remember what and all we computed. First what we have to do? First we have to compute what and all given. Just write the given terms, given what and all data you have to write. After that you have to compute combined standard deviation. See, sometimes variance kottirtare, sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square may be given. At that time no need to compute square again. So just again you have to note whether standard deviation is given or variance given. So standard deviation is given means you have to find a square root of, in this formula you have to compute square. Here also you have to compute square. Okay. If it is not given means if itself sigma square itself given means just write that formula itself. Okay. Hope combined standard deviation formula is and problems are clear to you. So in the next class, for comparing variability of two or more series, which one we are using? The relative measure of standard deviation, that is coefficient of variation is required, that we will discuss in the next class. So coefficient of variation we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.